Hi, I'm Tim Conrad, the Public Information Officer with the Caribou Regional District. I'm here with Mike McCulley of the BC Wildfire Service. Mike, tell us what you got today.
Hi folks, okay, thanks for having me again, and I just want to thank everybody out there for their feedback online. Every time you thank our firefighters, be assured I'm passing that on down the line on a regular basis, and it's very much appreciated. Your support is excellent. I would also like to thank you for your patience. I know there's a lot of specific questions out there on fires. We're watching those, we're noting those, and I'm hoping to get a little more back into the specific detail tomorrow, so please keep watching and be patient. But for tonight, a little broader overview again of what's going on in the fire center area. So I will start with the weather. Not much change in the weather. We're going to see a continued hot, dry pattern, which is going to cause the drought levels to continue to increase across the fire center area. Winds are going to stay from the northwest, same pattern that we've seen, and we will continue to see growth on a lot of the fires. The one difference today is there was some lightning in the forecast. 20% chance of lightning. Again, for the eastern side of the fire center, a little higher, 30% as you go out west. Even if the lightning doesn't hit the ground, some of the convective thunder clouds that form will cause updrafts in winds. So all of those factors combined once again lead us to very dry fuels, very high drought conditions, and a chance for extreme fire behavior like we're seeing all the time. Next, I would like to talk a little bit about the fires around Williams Lake. Again, we are having some successes here. This is the one area where we feel we've made good headway. No growth on the Spoken Lake Road fire, or the Wildwood fire, or the White Lake fire. We again have 40% containment, 20% in Wildwood, and 20% in the Spoken Lake Road area. We're very happy with that, but we do remind folks that there's still large active wildfires. If you are asking online, why can't I go home? We will tell you that we are actively engaged with the Caribou Regional District. We're having those discussions multiple times a day, and please keep a close eye on their website and their Facebook page for imminent changes there. Next, we'll move out to the rest of the Caribou Fire Center, which is quite a different story. So we know that these fires are growing, and they're growing quite large. We can now tell you that the Tawtree fire, the Chesapeake fire, and the smaller fires out to the west, the Teacup fire, those fires have now grown into one large fire. This perimeter map is about a day old. This is now going to be referred to as the Tawtree Lake Complex. So going forward, when you're looking on our website, that will imminently be changed to be the Tawtree Lake Complex. We also know that the fires in the Nazco area, the Bezico River fire, and the Bishop Bluffs fire, those, if they haven't joined already, they're about to join and become one large fire. The Hansville fire continues to grow to be quite large. We've seen growth in the Clean and in the Precipice Creek fire area, and of course the Elephant Hill fire continues to provide challenges for our crews. So why the reason for the broad overview? Just to give you a sense of how extreme and dangerous the fire conditions are out there. Our organization is now looking at very large contingency planning. We are now looking at building our guards far back from the fire line, trying to join in large bodies of water with major highways, standing back to pull full contingency planning on these fires. So with the combined weather forecast going forward, we can expect to see growth. We can expect to see continued changes throughout the Caribou Fire Center. We will be working closely again with our counterparts and making recommendations to changes in the orders and alerts coming forward, just again based on that large growth that we're seeing. And I want to explain to people a little bit about how and why we come up with orders and recommendations. Often folks will ask, I'm not that close to the fire, so why should I be put on order, or why would that happen to me? We're looking at things like egress. How do we get folks out of the countryside like this when the fire danger is so large and extreme? We have to ensure that we can do that. So that's the case. That's what we're talking about here. And unfortunately, you can expect to see continued changes and continued growth in the evac and order alert areas. Those will come through the Caribou Regional District, but the BC Wildfire Service is actively engaged with them. I guess finally I would like to talk about the personnel that we have here in the Caribou Regional District. We have provincially over 3,800 people working on these fires. Again, we are seeing an influx of 400 new crew coming from out of our country starting in the next few days. We're going to see crews from Australia, New Zealand, Mexico, and more crews from the United States. I can tell you that the lion's share of those crews are going to come to the Caribou to deal with this large and significant disaster that we have going on. We are actively talking with the military to continue to ramp up our engagement with them. We're seeing an influx of soldiers coming into the Williams Lake Airport, into the Caribou, and we are also, currently using their aircraft extensively. We're using their fixed-wing aircraft to move crews into our area and out to where the fires are, and we also have their search and rescue capabilities stationed strategically around the area, just in case, so we need to utilize those. So, in summary, hot, dry weather continuing, large growth to the fires out west. Please keep an eye on the websites for changes to the evac and alert order areas, and know that as well as first responder safety and the safety of the public, we're trying very hard to protect the important corridors that will allow us to move people out of these areas if things change drastically. Thanks very much for your patience, and we'll talk again soon.
Okay, Mike, you had one more thing though. I just wanted to make sure you touched on it. It was Quesnel Lake. You made a little bit of a mistake yesterday in the video, so
yeah.
let me correct that.
So thanks, Tim, and my apologies. This fire here is called the Abbott Creek Fire, and I believe yesterday I said it was 2 hectares. For those folks out there, my apologies. I know to you it looks larger, and it is. That fire is actually 200 hectares in size estimated. But we have heard back from our ground crews today, our industry partners that are working on that fire. They're making good headway. They're doing their best to get some containment around there, and again, working closely with the structural protection units on both that fire and the Grain Creek fire just to the north, doing our best to protect life and property, and thank you very much for your patience.
Okay, just wanted to add one more thing. Please go on to caribourd.ca, register for the alerts, the emergency alert system that is on there. You can get alerts by text, phone, email, so please do go on and register for those so that you do receive the alerts when we do have them, or the orders. Very important to do that so that you keep in the loop wherever you are. Otherwise, it does flow through the media and social media when we put that information out. So thank you for joining us today. Thanks again, Mike, and see us again tomorrow for our daily update.